glad everyone was able to make it into today's call. I'm assuming that everyone here are college students pursuing or majoring in civil engineering. Well, my name is Eliana Duarte, and I'm going to be giving you more insight on what civil engineering is and what I do as a civil engineer. So, side note, I hope everyone got my email regarding submitting a question and anything that you're curious about or that you wanted me to cover. I'm going to try and answer as quickly and as detailed as possible. So I'm going to pull it up on my laptop and then we'll get started. So the first question I have here is, what was your purpose and how did it connect with your personal and career goals? Well, as you guys are college students, many years ago, I was one too. I started off at Valencia College for my first 2 years. First semester, I was totally confused. I had no clear goals, no clear pathway. Overall, I had no idea what I was doing. I ended up talking to an advisor, and they basically told me that to try and look more deeper into the things that I loved and that I really felt drawn to find my purpose in something and be able to connect it with a possible future career. And I definitely knew overall that I wanted to go into some sort of engineering. I love the complexity of engineering and being able to problem solve. And then I realized I really loved the environment, anything that had to do with wildlife, nature, but I also loved infrastructure and seeing how it improved communities around me. So I ended up conjoining the two. I found out that civil engineers can also work on the environment and help make it work together in a more sustainable way. So then I ended up figuring out my purpose. I wanted to solve complex problems that help communities around me, but also the environment. And whether that was through infrastructure I helped created, or the career that I've built, or the knowledge that I've gained throughout these years. And my purpose has really carried me to where I am now and will continue to carry with me throughout the rest of my career. And the second question I have here is, what do you do as a civil engineer and what skills were needed? So I'm a civil engineer, but I mostly work on environmental projects, and I help design and implement sustainable solutions to protect the environment, improve public health. So as my job, I work on more ecosystem preservation and through designing water treatment plants and assessing the environmental impact of developments. And I would say 3 major skills that are really important to have and to think about while you're going into this career is to have good communication skills, because you're going to need to voice your ideas and your opinions, and also being a team player. You're going to be doing a lot of collaborative work, not only with the people in your field, but also people outside of your field. Everything is teamwork, a collaborative thing. You guys all have one common goal. And then the last one is being very analytical. You're going to be able to solve a lot of problems, and there will be problems that you might not be able to solve, and that's okay, but it's good to have the skill to be able to even try to solve one. So then the last question I have is, what college did you attend and what was your pathway like? So as I said, I did my first 2 years of college at Valencia, but while I was attending Valencia, some of the major resources that helped me get to where I am now were to make my journey through college a bit easier were the resources on campus. They have advisors on campus, they have the writing center, the library, they have free tutoring sessions, and a major one that I definitely used was they had career fairs. So one of my semesters, I ended up going to a career fair, and I ended up talking to a universal talent recruiter. So they told me about some job openings that they had, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty interested. So I ended up going through with the application process, ended up getting interview on campus, and then I ended up getting a job. But with Universal, they have a reimbursement program for undergraduates when you work for them about 6 months. they'll cover all tuition fees, book fees, any fee you could think of, they'll cover, which was really beneficial for me because I was using the other program at Valencia called UCF Direct Connect, and that was going to be to go to the University of Central Florida. But my main concern was the cost. Valencia 1 year loan was $30,000, and I ended up using FAFSA or financial aid to help me cover each semester. So that was covered, but I knew that University of Central Florida would be a bit more pricey and probably out of my financial needs. So I ended up getting the job at Universal, and they helped 100%. So I ended up graduating from Valencia with my associate's degree in engineering under the associates in science, and then I got accepted into the civil engineering program at University of Central Florida. Universal helped cover everything, and then I ended up graduating with my bachelor's in civil engineering. And I recommend anyone who's going to Valencia to really utilize those resources on campus, as they helped me a lot. So that was all the questions that you guys submitted, and I really hope I was able to give you guys more insight and to see what to look forward to, and I hope that you guys continue with your pathway, and good luck. Thank you, everyone.